Get the execute off, cool. It's not really a good target for me here. We're just gonna go on her. I don't think she runs from us. She might with that. I do have blink pretty soon. Got her, cool.
This is ridiculous.
What's up? How's it going, guys and girls? Lockdown. Gonna be doing a play-by-play kind of guide again. This time doing Ao Kuang. Excuse me. Been playing Ao Kuang for a while. He was released, I think back in 2014 is when he was on my first round of like Smite, when I first got into Smite. Really fun god, kind of interesting in kit. He's a mage that's an assassin, so you can't really play him out of mid lane. You've seen him out of solo, even in SPL, but it's really hard to pull off. But so we're gonna be playing on the jungle. That's where he's best. That's where you see him most. And we're gonna run a beats here because they have a lot of pressure, especially on ultimates that I don't have a CC immune ult for, unless I get an execute. So we're talking about his kit. We're gonna be starting. First off, my build that I'm gonna do revolves around his attack chain. It's 1, 0.5, 0.5, and then 1 again. You can see right here. So things like Telkine's doing really good on him because you get procs out of it. A little sick right now, so excuse me. When you're starting as 3, it's just a straight line ability. You'll see it when I use it. All it does is just damage. There's no CC to it, no slow, no nothing. It's just straight damage. It interacts with his 2, but we'll talk about that in a second. But it's a 7-second cooldown. It's your main lane clear. That's what you're gonna be maxing first, and then your 2. So we're gonna start with that. We're gonna go into the build. You're kind of gonna build him like in a mage ADC. So think of Oleron, think of Soul, think of Freya, that kind of thing. A lot of people like going Bancrofts. I've kind of been experimenting with builds before, like this week with him, and I found that just rushing a Kate and a Telkines is the best feel because you get more procs of Telkines with the attack speed, and it's just your best power spike in my opinion, at least in the current meta. So we're gonna be going Hecate after boots, obviously, and the Telkines, and probably demonic at that point. Okay. This man kind of screwed our clear, so we're gonna be a little late to mid. He is a little mana hungry, so I usually keep that's why I got multi pots instead of just straight health pots. Now our mid laner is probably dead because of Achilles' kind of poor start. He's just not dead, so that's really good. We'll get pretty hard out cleared here. Put a little bit back because a lot of pressure. She got hit by that because she didn't know that skin, man. I don't really think we can play off this. Just attack this one, bro. This should be a first blood. Yep. We might die, but we got first blood, so it's value. Yep, it's whatever. That's kind of awkward because our mid laner got poked out really hard. We get boots too. She probably got red, so we're just gonna go to back camp. So we did get first blood. Well, so we probably actually have a gold lead. We do, even though we don't have an XP lead. On Ao Kuang, you're kind of just trying to farm. She didn't even get red, so that's really good.
On my way.
This is a kill. Nice. Nice job, boys. We're again, so we're gonna have to get out of here pretty soon. That's the mana issues I was talking about. And we'll just reset, go back to red. Go back to our speed. Really interesting start. I usually don't like fighting it this much on Ao Kuang this early because of how poor his pressure is. But we're getting last hit, so we're getting our farm, which is what you need on Ao Kuang. So this is, we're a little bit behind, but we had to fight there because the dual lane was there. And our dual lane and our mid laner should be ahead now, even if we're a little bit behind, which I'm not that worried about as long as I don't lose any other farm. So like I said, maxing R3. R2 is a buff to our auto attacks. It's actually an ability. It's not like a stim or anything. I don't think it's classified as a stim. Yeah, it is a stim. Okay. But you see how I pop it and I get like 7 autos or something like that? Was it 6 autos? Six dragons that will every auto attack proc. And essentially what that's doing is damage each auto. We're gonna back up and head to red. There's not really any farm in mid. We're not looking to fight. We're gonna get another mana pot. And then what you can do, I don't know why she's playing so far up in mid. She should have been able to play back. Oh, she must have gotten ulted. She has blink instead of B. She had to have been, yeah, she got dodgy ulted. That's what happened. And pulled in the lane. Hopefully our red doesn't get invaded here. I think they have timer, but it looks like they're not here. So we have ult now. Dodgy ult is down, which is good for us. We're just gonna do these. Wait for our Chang'e to come in mid. Right lane should be good. They're pushed to their tower. We have totem, so that's really good for us. It's an Achilles v Achilles. Interesting. Getting neutral farm as often as we can. So I haven't really talked about the second part of his 2. But what it does is if you can't, like, say, get all of his auto attacks off or something like that, what you're going to do is you're going to pull it again, and it's going to shoot a line forward. And it's going to slow enemies. And the length of the slow is going to depend on how many dragons you have left. So we can do, I think, backhamps to speed the blue. It's unfortunate that they made a rotation alright. Poseidon used his movement speed. Full boots and probably Kraken over there. That might be a really poor rotate. Oh. Oh. That looks like it's not a kill. Hate to see it. They have a Yorm support, which is really interesting. But I don't,
Be careful, right? Enemies incoming. I'm not yet satisfied.
So we know that Daji should be in right jungle. I think it's where I just saw her go. So we're actually going to go for their blue. Auto attack. I missed so many autos just now. I do have my 1 to escape plus beads. She is in right.
Attack left lane.
Okay. So he was poked out. It was really good. This is not up. I don't know what the timer is. That should be on our timer, but it's not. It's really interesting. Well, we got a kill out of it and execute. His passive's actually been changed a few times. I'll go to his passive, and I'll explain his old passive, what it used to be. So you see the dragons coming out. I'm actually going to wait. You see I have 1 more. I can shoot it forward, and it's going to do damage in a line. So think of like Olar Axe or something. It's going to hit 1 target, whoever it hits. And it's going to slow them and do damage. Looks like they're doing red. We're looking to just get Hecate online. We need about 300 gold. She has ult up again. I do not, however, have beads, so we're not looking to fight. Like I said, we're looking for just kind of play like an assassin. Gank when we have our ult up and farm and stuff, and we're not trying to do too much here. 3 in mid. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna hover here just in case there's something that comes up. Looks like Poseidon probably has ult. He kind of inted. I'm not gonna lie. Yep. Oh. Shoot that forward. She's gonna shoot me. It's fine. We got beads. We're all good. I didn't need to pop my health pot there. It's really unfortunate if she gets out. Might be able to snipe her in her tower, but I'm not really sure it's value. It's not. Alright, we kind of just want to reset. We have a full item, so I'm just gonna farm this and my speed, and then back and then go right jungle. Alright, so I haven't talked. So we talked about his 3. We talked about his 2. We haven't talked about his 1. His 1 is a vanish. So you're gonna do a small dash forward, and it's gonna leave a pool behind you. Get that. I actually don't need a health pot anymore because I have life still, but just brain didn't process it and got it. I'm gonna do probably just go to blue buff. Look for maybe a gank left. I want to make sure I can get this blue though for my boy. My timers are a little off because I invaded their blue and killed Achilles, which you know was value at the time, but
Ultimate is ready.
yeah, it's fine. So there's one, you'll see it. If I dash forward, I'm invisible. You can see my character, and it leaves this pool behind. I can press it again to make it explode. It's going to do damage in the area. Or it's going to detonate on its own after a few seconds, 5 seconds. I can't execute Yorm, which is really interesting. I mean, good for him, obviously, bad for me. I'm going to look for this Daji here, and she should be dead. Yeah, she is. Alright, let's go see if we can kill CERN. I don't have beads, but I shouldn't need it. He shouldn't really be able to kill me. I don't know where he's at, so we're just going to look for this red. Looks like they pinged it, so it might be up. It is up. Cool. So my one's invis, and it's going to do damage when I detonate it. I think it slows people inside of it. Does not slow people inside of it. Just going to back off. Does it slow people? Doesn't, I don't know why I thought it slowed people. But as soon as you take damage, you're going to be revealed. So think of like Mori stealth as soon as you take damage. Except it's a dash forward. It's not just the immediate, like, she just kind of walks forward and comes out of stealth. I'm going to prop my 2 again so I can get it back on cooldown. Your 2 doesn't go on cooldown until you use all the dragons. So I'm just going to shoot it out so that I make sure Chang'e on a Poseidon's actually really good for Chang'e. I didn't even think about that. So we talked about the 1, we talked about the 2, we talked about the 3. Now let's talk about the ult. The ultimate is an execute. It also does damage just like every other execute. Think of Achilles. There's 3 executes in the game: Achilles, Thanatos, and Ao Kuang, which we're playing now. All 3 of them do damage, but you can execute at 30% threshold. Really unfortunate that they killed left. He didn't have any wards. Let's call ward left for our boy. Hopefully he wards. We're gonna go snatch this wave.
Enemies incoming. Enemies incoming mid.
We know they're incoming mid. I might actually be able to kill this Achilles. I think he knows that. I'm not really that afraid of taking poke here because I have life still. So Achilles is here. We got our blue buff coming up. I should have dashed through his 1, but I think I'm on high ping or something. Because I tried to. 93 ping. It's pretty high ping. So I tried to dash through his 1 in the animation so I didn't get stunned, but I got hit by it. I couldn't dash. So at 30% health, you can execute.
On my way.
Your middle tower is under attack.
This should be a kill. Unfortunate. Whatever. Got his ult, and we still got a kill. Cool. Looks like she's coming in mid, so we're gonna be a little bit careful. We're just gonna go for red. Probably back for a tier 2. I don't really want to fight mid. We just got a kill. We got a pick. We got a really good ultimate. Really important ultimate for the enemy team. We took out Kraken, so we're just gonna stick with that. Back for a tier 2. Could actually get demonic, but I think Telkines, just full Telkines, is gonna be more beneficial for us. So we're just gonna wait. I do want Blink. Blink's really good on Ao Kuang. Get a ward and mana pot. Like I said, you run out of mana a lot. I'd rather just get a mana pot and not worry about it. At least at this point in the game. We do have Totem, which is really nice. You don't always have Totem. He might be at our back camps. He is. Okay. I don't really know what that was. So you can see the execute. I waited for him to be in threshold, and then it brings you way, way high up, and then you can shoot again somewhere else. So I shot to my speed buff because I knew that was up. We don't have execute from mid lane, but it looks like we have pressure in left. We have pressure in mid anyway because we killed him. Really good. So our ultimate does damage if you just do damage. If I was to just hit him before he was execute threshold, he would be knocked up. It's like a banish. Think of like Kumba. It's going to knock him really high up in the air. And then he's just going to drop down. It's going to do damage. That's all it is. And it also heals you for a percentage. So that's why I'm leveling it now. It heals me for 15%. Really good. Attack gold here. Call gold. Ao Kuang's really good at burning objectives. Especially when he gets his build on. Like, you see the damage I'm doing. We don't have a proper ADC here yet until Medusa shows up. A lot of that damage was just straight up me. We got that. We can probably get Telkines now. We can. I don't want to kill him. I'd rather just get Telkines. You want to be backing for your power spikes as soon as you can. We're a little bit late on our power spike, but we don't. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We were fighting, got gold. We got some really good objectives. So more about the ultimate. it's going to heal you when you execute somebody, depending on what level you have on the ultimate. It's going to do damage. This is only if you don't execute them. You're looking to execute. You're not trying to do damage. You're looking to execute every time. And that landing damage, so like when I landed on my speed buff, it did that damage to my speed buff. We're going to go help our boy here.
Enemy ultimate down.
Take left lane. Take left lane. Take left lane.
On my way.
I should have gone mid, but you know, whatever. We'll kill him. Gonna blink on him.
Falling back. Be careful.
Hello, that's his beads. I mean, smart. Alright, whatever. I don't care if he makes execute because I get kill. That's really. That's his beads at least though. 4 beads on the enemy team and Yorm who can't be executed. That's really unfortunate for us. Less speeds the better because you can beads his execute like right at the. He just left. That's super unfortunate. Hopefully he comes back, or this might be a really scuffed recording. You can actually beads Ao Kuang execute like right. There's a little bitty animation. You can kind of like pause it if you've seen my execute so far. You can kind of pause it right at the beginning of it and see that little bitty period right when he beads it, where you can beads it, and you won't get executed. It won't take the damage or anything, which is a really unfortunate part of his execute because the other 2 executes you cannot beads. You have to Aegis. So I'm leveling, putting more points in my ult. The reason you don't put points in your ult before your 3-2 combo, I don't want to be fighting over there because there's no objective over there, and we're down a man. There's no objective over there to get. We already got gold. Yeah, so I mean,
Better next time.
that was a bad, really bad fight for us. So we're just gonna keep this lane pushed up. Once I get demonic, I'm gonna start going for small objectives on my own, like pyro, stuff like that. We do need a hover right lane because of this. Like they are fighting, and it's more of a forced fight on their part. Like there's nothing we can really do about it. And I don't want my entire team to die. Looks like they're probably going to, but I might be able to get a cleanup kill here. I think everybody has bees though, which is the unfortunate part. But, you know. I figured he knew where I was, but I wasn't sure. Okay, Keeler's back. It's good.
Brilliant.
We're just going to keep farming. We want a demonic. We want to be able to start doing objectives and stuff. He backed. I can actually go for the CERN now because everybody just left.
Your right tower has been destroyed.
Should be Aegis. Where?
Your left tower has been destroyed.
I'm okay with that trade-off because he's just. I'm going to kill him next fight. He's going to be my focus. I'm actually okay to stay over here too because I have Medusa and I need a little bit more farm. Oh, you are greedy, my friend. He used both actives. That was a free kill. I saved my one just in case I need to get out. That's why I blinked in. Alright, well, Medusa's dead. It's really unfortunate for her.
I'll attack.
We're gonna go get Pyro though, because we have Demonic and we can do objectives now. You see how much damage I'm doing at this point in the game? It's because of my build. The rings build, I wouldn't be doing this much damage unless it was for this much attack speed and this much, like, Telkines being, like, so value. Hopefully they don't have a ward. They do not. You can just see how much I shred this, and with my life still, I never die to it. So this is when you really start. I could have done it with last item, or probably tier 2 of Demonic, but it just Demonic gives me the pin I need to do it.
Defend the Gold Fury. Group up.
Yes.
They have definitely way better secure for gold with Kraken, so we need to either get that out. I'm gonna focus CERN again because my ult's up in 20, and he still has no actives. I'm actually pretty far ahead, not of their other jungler, but of the rest of the team. Looks like the other jungler is doing pretty good here.
Ward here. Group up.
On my way.
Ult is up now. We need to get in this fight, but I want to wait for my team to engage. If they turn on me, I kind of just die. I want to flank him.
Attack.
Have to execute off. Cool.
You shot a big kahuna.
It's not really a good target for me here. We're just gonna go on her. I don't think she runs from us. She might with that. I do have blink pretty soon. Got her. Cool.
This is ridiculous.
Cool fury.
On my way.
Achilles is coming.
That bad dude got smoked.
I can definitely kill him.
Drain the life. Protect attack. Cool fury.
Poseidon's back up, so Kraken might be coming in. I also have no mana, but like I said, my auto attack build lets me just shred objectives. At this point in the game, I'm running, like I said, the mana issues are a really big issue for me. I think I'm gonna go with Karen's coin. I might just actually go Typhons. Typhons would actually be pretty good. I think I'm gonna do that first. Karen's coin for the stacks or Typhons. I don't really need the stacks to make Karen's coin value. We'll just do it. We can buy a full item. Why not? Shouldn't have any mana problems anymore.
Real issues, Frag.
Looks like Poseidon's shoving left. We'll be over there on that side of the jungle before he can get tower or anything, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue.
Enemy has been
No way he stays, right? Because if he does, he dies. No, he's not staying. What to say? If he does, he dies. So Ao Kuang, you need like 3 or 4 seconds to get all your damage off, and you are super squishy. So if they decide they want me dead, as soon as 1 or 2, maybe probably like one other person like goes on me, I'm just dead as soon as that happens. But any one,
Okay. Attack. Attack.
they're all in right, so we're just gonna do this.
so whack. Ally has been slain.
I have a ton of a pin and objective shred. And we're gonna hope that nobody's on this side of the map. I think I saw all 5 over there. I know I saw 4. That's the objective shred I'm talking about. I just shredded that on my own.
Enemy spotted.
I don't mind fighting still. As long as it's like a 3v3 or 3v4. If it's a 3v4, we can definitely... That's super unfortunate. I thought my dash was up and it wasn't. That's so unfortunate. My 1 wasn't up. That's so bad. That's so unfortunate, man. Whatever. It's cracking. He's doing a really good job of dodging abilities and just staying alive. Chang'e might be able to come in and put some really good damage on him. What's her build? Yeah, she put some damage out here. Yep. I'll take it. That's an Aegis. She shouldn't go for him anymore. She should definitely go for these guys. Yeah, because she don't have any movement to go to them. That's an execute. Nice. He should have held the execute to see if he can get him in execute range. And then execute him. You know, whatever. They still get the kill. We're going to call them to attack left. With Medusa, they can definitely do it. I'm going to go right as soon as I spawn. Let's get our life still going. So that this tower doesn't... Hopefully they don't get this tower. They should be able to get this tower, and then they can probably actually go mid. What's Medusa's build? Yeah, she definitely got the... actually, I don't know. Her build's kind of trash with that. She definitely needs attack speed. She has no attack speed.
Need healing.
Attack middle lane. Cancel that. Retreat.
Your team
They took too long to do that. They just need to back off now.
I'm not yet satisfied.
If anyone tries to 1v1 me, they will lose, even if I don't execute them. Anyone have anti-heal? Poseidon's anti-heal. We did pyro. I think I can get this tower. I'm gonna ignore the minions and just go for tower. So last fight, what you saw me do is use the execute as a knockup, like without the execute, so I could get somebody off of my back. The problem is there was 2 people on me, and I just died anyway. So I don't want to get caught here.
Retreat! Group up!
Call that, we're going to be right back. Because after this, we get full Typhons, which is a really good power spike for us. That's a little more pin. This can be maxing out our pin that we're going to get on this build. 30% plus demonic. We have a ton of pin. Even if like a tank stands in front of us, they should not be able to live. Even if it's Yorm, when I can't execute him. If he might get his ult off, but he shouldn't really be able to do a ton of damage.
Group up!
I don't know how long is on fire. It looks like about a minute more. But we want to be on the gold side of the map. I'm going to shove this up and then rotate over there.
On my way. Ultimate is
Because
ready.
we have towers on mid and right. Looks like they got a really good kill. They need to be careful though, because they have 2 people missing, me and the support. But I think they're probably still okay, to be honest with you. They have Chang'e Hills, and they are pretty, like...
Attack.
They have a ton of just sustain and built-in. Medusa has her CC immune ult. Chang'e has her CC immunity in her 2. While they do that, I'm just going to take mid. That should be just a free fight. Looks like Medusa might die here. But I think I can just straight up take mid. So.
Serious thrill issues, bro. Like most tribes.
If I had Poly, this thing dies so quickly.
They thought they were safe.
Team has destroyed a
Enemy
enemy
spotted.
box.
Yorm's behind me. I can hear his 3.
Attack the
They need to back off after tier 2. Oh, Medusa's dead. They can't do tier 2 even. We're going to just do gold, and then we're going to do set for fire. I don't mind tanking this. I have so much life still plus Chang'e healing. I used my 1 for secure there. Your 1's actually a ton of damage. Right now it's doing a little over, about 600 actually. Almost 600 anyway. I'm gonna try to upgrade our beads. Maybe even... we can get a speed pot and upgrade both, or we can just upgrade both and get a 500 pot, which I think is more valuable. Because this may very well be the last fight of the game.
Okay.
Careful.
I'm gonna listen to him, but I don't know if this is good.
Retreat! Retreat! Retreat!
Yeah, I don't like this anymore. We got his ult. That's fine.
Be right back. Be careful. Be careful.
Retreat! 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 Retreat!
They're just W keying for no reason. That's really bad. We got a ton of objectives. We need a back anyway. Get a 500 pot.
Attack
Retreat
fire
from the
giants.
jungle.
We can just absolutely shred this objective with me and Medusa.
Fight.
Medusa's gonna do a lot of damage to it. Her build's so bad, man. Never mind. She's gonna do some damage to it. I need to be on fire, so I'm gonna just go there. We do need eyes on Poseidon specifically. There he is. We're just gonna burn this before anyone can get there. They got it. Really unfortunate. Whatever. We should be able to straight up pretty much just kill everybody. That guy should just be dead. He landed into our entire team. Okay. Our 1 did a ton of damage there. Wow, that was a whirlpool. You can't even see that skin. I hate that skin, bro. You can't see what's going on with it. Can't see the 1, can't see the whirlpool, can't see anything. We still have execute, which is really good. Because they don't know that. They think that I killed homeboy without executing. This is game right here. And game. GG.
Great game. Attack the Titan.
They should just go for Titan.
I'm not yet satisfied.
Ultimate is ready. Gank.
GG. Alright, so a couple things I didn't talk about. Things that are really bad for you. CC immunities and kit, stuff like a Scylla ult, you can't execute her, and she's just going to run away from you, which is really rough. Anyone that's faster than you and you can't really stick to is also really rough. That's why I was blinking in and using my 1 as a dash towards them a lot. Like I said, it's kind of hard in fights as Ao Kuang if you can't get your ult off. If you're like, they're not getting low enough health, or they all have beads up, stuff like that. It feels really, really, and with the GG, really bad to do that. Really bad when you can't get your ult off, or they're not getting low enough or something. We didn't actually have a ton of damage just because Ao Kuang can do damage, but interesting. He's a little salty. He can do a lot of damage. I feel like we played that really well, and it's just the damage that we came out with. He's kind of single target. It just is what it is. We used our execute really nicely. That was kind of the build you're looking at. My last item would probably, they have anti-heal, looks like, so I sometimes go Pythags here, but they had enough anti-heal. They had pretty much full anti-heal, so I wasn't going to do that, plus all. I'd probably go like a flat pin, like not Telkines, Magus, or if I needed anti-heal Divine, which it looks like I didn't need one, so probably just Magus. Maybe even Deso for a little cooldown, because you kind of saw when my 1 wasn't up, it was a few seconds left. It killed me one time. But we played that pretty well. It was a really good game. Probably going to call it there. Ao Kuang's a really fun kit. Oh, his passive. Let's discuss that really quick before I end this. Ao Kuang passive is basically every 20 seconds you get a stack on. You saw the passive on my 3, it had 3 stacks. Every time I used one ability, you can play it back in the video, it used one of the stacks. And what that does is it heals you for 5% of your max health, and it lowers your cooldown on your abilities, which is really nice because, like I said, the cooldown issue. His passive used to be, I think executes gave him life still, but they've changed his passive a couple times. So this is his current passive. End of season 7. I doubt it'll be changed again. It hasn't been changed in a long time. But successfully executing, fully charges Dragon King Sword. Ao Kuang is really good at being able to, like, think of Achilles, he can execute and execute again. Ao Kuang obviously cannot execute again, but he can go back in. And you can sit in the air for a pretty long time, like maybe 4 or 5 seconds when you execute somebody, and wait on your, like, my 2 to come back up or something like that. And then go back in, try to kill somebody else, or at least get them out of a fight, enough damage to where they have to back off. And you saw it a couple times where you could fly pretty far away and I could land on somebody else. It does do the landing damage, so you're going to try to hit the landing damage. But it's a really fun kit. That was a really good game for us. And that's kind of how you play Ao Kuang. That's my preferred build anyway. There's a couple different build paths, but that's how I prefer it. And that's what I've been running with him lately. But I hope y'all have an excellent day, and let me know what kind of guide y'all... I know a few people, not many, watch this, but let me know what kind of guide y'all are looking for. And I can look to put one of those out. Y'all have an excellent day.